They was sleeping on the niggas, so I had to wake them up. Trying to catch me in the jam like a nigga jellied up. Outside with my thugs, cooking up the pasta like 12 a.m. Squad looking like some rosters. Checking on my phone cause it started ringing. I pick it up, no response, all I hear is breathing. Next thing I know, niggas came squatting from the liquor store, bouncing off the Chevy thing, yelling out, there you go.
Boom. What's up? What's up? What's poppin'? I'm not even finna get into a long intro. Hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification, man. Part 2, Fresh Popito, man. Let's get back into it, man, with no further ado, man. They send you off to prison 2 weeks after getting sentenced to life in prison.
Yes, sir. Before, I forgot one little detail.
Yes, sir.
When they sentenced me, that I got the life sentence, anybody that's from Miami will know, they didn't take me back to where I was at. I was at Metro West. That's one of the jails. They kept me in the main jail and put me on one of the top floors as a security issue.
Oh,
they
okay.
put you the fifth or the sixth floor, which here they call it the house of pain. They be going down up there because a lot of people are out of time, ready to go to prison or fighting cases. So they kept me there, brought all my property over, and I stood there. You know?
Okay.
Then like 2 weeks later, 2 weeks, and some change, they called my name, and I was off to prison.
Right.
You know. So, excuse me. When I went off to prison, you know, you get on the bus, you hear all kind of stories, this and that. And my mind already said, man, I got a life. I'm just gonna go all out, whatever.
Right.
I'm a younger guy, so you already know I gotta go YO.
Yeah.
YO. So, you know, probably with the type of time, sometimes when you catch a lot of time like that, it depends your classification also. You might get sent to the adult side. It depends. You're looking at the draw. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I got there. They brought us up to us. You know, they put you to the now the orientation when you first come in.
Reception?
Yeah, the reception center. But you go. They call it something else. I totally forgot. And I came through there. They make you strip down, squat down and call. They talk real nasty to you. They push you. I see some people get slapped up.
Oh, receiving.
Yeah, receiving.
Yeah.
For you, they call it something else.
Okay.
Well,
but anyway, yeah.
Yeah, they put a little box in front of you, your property, all your stuff. They scream. I see people get slapped. There was an old man with us in that bus. I'll never forget this. With a walker. With a walker. He walked. An old Cuban poppy too. He was like 2 people down from me. They told everybody to turn around, squat and cop. The man wasn't a walker, man. You know what I mean? He couldn't hardly squat even to save his life.
Right.
Back when he turned around and he tried to squat like that, one of the officers came and kicked him right in the behind. The old man fell to the floor. They kicked him. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, where am I, bro? What did I get myself into right now? You know? So I seen that. I seen all type of stuff there. You know, anything that has to do with mistreatment, you're gonna see it right there and then. You know.
Right.
So you go through that. They give you take the shower, your clothes. You go and you separate your property, what you could keep, what you can't keep. They throw it away. You know what I'm saying? Or you send it home or whatever.
Right.
You know, they go and they start calling names. Who's gonna go YO? I went to the YO side. You know what I mean?
So in your prisons, they have a youth offender side and an adult side?
Yeah. Yes, they do.
Okay.
They keep
Okay.
They take that
Okay, yeah. So the youth offenders aren't walking on the yard with the adults. Oh, okay. I didn't know that distinction.
There's a fence and there's a big gap. Anybody been South Florida will tell you this is where the YO is at.
Right.
There's a fence, there's a gap. There's the chow hall, which they call, you know, what you eat, the chow hall.
Yeah.
And then there's a side of the adults.
Oh,
there's a big gap. You ain't gonna go over there. They don't play that. They take that real serious. You know what I mean? Because they ain't trying to get no lawsuits or nobody family suing them or nothing like that.
Right.
So,
I get it.
And then as a YO, anywhere you go on the compound, to medical, anywhere to classification, you're gonna get escorted by an officer being a YO.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When you're at the reception center, not at your main camp.
Okay, okay.
Because remember, when you go to your main camp, it's nothing but YOs.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, because they got YO camps that's just for YOs.
Is that JIT camp?
Yeah, it's J camp,
Oh,
YOs.
okay, 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 okay.
It's called Youth Offender.
Okay.
Wow. So when you get to your main camp as a YO, nobody walks you nowhere. You do wherever you got to. If
Right.
you got to call out, they call out. You're gonna go by yourself. You're
Oh,
not
okay. Yeah.
with nobody with you. So
Right.
I went ahead and I got put on the YO side. Me personally, when I got put on the YO side, I didn't go through nothing. All that you hear other people say stories. I personally didn't go through nothing. A lot of Spanish people, they received me with open hands. You know what I mean? So you see the thing is a lot of people don't know this, but I'm gonna show you. Okay, real quick. There's an ID, right? You get appointed to an ID. This is my driver's license book. The ID they give you has a barcode like this on the back.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it has your name, your DC number, and that barcode is when you go and you swipe the canteen to get you when you pay people send you money.
Right.
Well, that has a little hole here where you clip it to your shirt. And you gotta have this everywhere you go. Your ID, your identification card.
Right.
Some officers will try to lock you up if you don't have your ID on you.
Right.
Some dudes, when you get there, instead of asking you, see, the West Coast is different from here. In West Coast, you gotta present your paperwork.
Yes.
Over here, you don't gotta represent your paper. Over here, they do it sneaky. You hear? People will go, get on the phone, and when they call their families, hey, run this number on the internet. See what he's here for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you got some foul charges,
Right.
you ain't gonna see it coming.
Right.
It's gonna get on you, and you don't know what happened to you. You know what happened to you, but you never expected that because you thought it was sweet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I didn't have nothing done to me. They received me. I kicked it with a couple people, couple Spanish dudes that were telling me about the camps, where I'm about to get sent to, blah, blah, blah. Everybody that really trying to figure out, oh, what camp they trying to get to and all this and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some other people go through it. Some people got to paint. I didn't paint right there at the reception. I didn't paint. I painted. I'll get to it.
Wait.
So,
What is paint?
paint is getting in that grid.
Oh,
right?
put in some work? Okay. Okay. Yeah, the slang is different, so I just want to make sure that the subs know what it is.
Yeah, paint is getting that paint.
Okay. Get the paint, for sure.
So, and then if you get to the paint and you bought the color, you know what's coming with that. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna put down on you. They're gonna take your stuff, all type of stuff.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen to me then. They didn't come to get in the grid, nothing like that.
Right.
That happened to me later on when I get to my main camp.
Yeah.
Okay, I got sent one morning after like 3 weeks of being in the research center. That you go through medical, you go through all that stuff, classification, all that stuff, and they classify you. They send me to a bar. Okay, that's a camp, a wild camp.
Right.
When I got sent there, I got there. The same thing. They strip you down, make sure orientation. The first thing when I got to my dorm, I had to. They told me, hey, what? I had to get to the corner. Spanish people, my own people, to see where I was at.
Okay.
Get in the grid. See,
Yeah.
Got in the grid. I got in it with two of them. They didn't jump me or anything. And then the next one came from. Guess what? After that, man, you good? It was some dudes from not my way, because I grew up in Little Havana.
Okay.
From Little Havana.
Right.
That I knew that became real cool with me.
Right.
And knew some of the people that I knew after we went, I rapped it. We sat down, we started talking. They knew the same people, and someone knew some of the people that went to school with me, all type of stuff.
Right.
And then we started chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? Then that same week, I got into it with a brother. You know what I'm saying? With a black dude, came by. Because other people also want to test you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
I stare me down. What's up? Well, what you mean, what's up? You're saying that but word. Let's get to it. After that, the person that said Chico straight. Chico get into the paint. He's straight. He ain't going to no call out,
Yeah.
I was pretty straight there, dog. And you know, you you see things really. I'm gonna make something clear. You really ain't gonna see, excuse me, a lot of violence if
Right.
you're doing the right thing. If you don't get involved with gambling, okay. If you don't borrow, gamble, excuse my language, fuck with punks,
Yeah.
okay, or get involved into an organization and do something you got no business, and your brothers find out about it and then they jump on your head. You know what I'm saying? And you hold your own.
Right.
You hold your own and you don't let nobody try you, then you good.
Right.
You ain't got no problem of worrying about getting cut in the face or, you know what I'm saying, getting hit with a sock and lock because they get out and they hit your cuss head. You don't got to worry about that with that situation. So I went through my little journey in YO. I was in YO probably for like, I could say like 2.5 years, because then I started getting into stuff. You know, the Spanish community will get into stuff with other people, and then you got to get in it. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
You got to be a part of it. You just can't sit around and say you was.
Oh, you got to rep for your people. Absolutely.
Or stay on your bunk and say you were sleeping that you didn't.
Nah.
Using the shit. The people will use those excuses. Really.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I believe I've seen it all. Yeah.
You know, so when it comes down to represent little riots, little stuff like that, or you just get in the mix. But you know, you get in the mix, you're gonna go to confinement, you're gonna get shipped, and that's where I got shipped. You know, a little situation where some of the people I was cool with got into a real problem with some people because they disrespected, you know, one of the Spanish brothers and real bad, and we just had to, you know, get in there and we set it up in the rec yard, and that led to us getting shipped, and that's where I landed at adult prison from there.
Okay.
Because when you get into certain problems already after a while, they just ship you to adult. You know what I'm saying? I was already on it already. So they shipped me. My first camp was Belle Glades.
No, this is a compound now?
Yeah, this adult side.
Okay, adult side, okay.
Adult camp, not in the same facility.
Okay, different place.
Somewhere else. This is another camp.
Okay.
You know, adult, nothing but adults. They already classified me. I went to adult.
Okay.
You know? And when I went over there, Belle Glade, I'm gonna be real with you. It was sweet.
Oh.
It was sweet. People, you see, when I got to Belle Glades, anybody that's from down this way, hang out. Cell phones everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Dope everywhere. All top, everything everywhere. So really ain't nobody trying to leave this. So everybody just trying to lay back.
It's a program yard, a program camp.
Yeah, everybody really like laid back. You know, everybody just trying to make bread. Because they make that money to send some money to their people out there. You know, you got people that hustle like that. You know, they trying to make a couple moves. So really ain't nobody trying to get into nothing right there. That was a sweet camp. Don't get it messed up. There's a lot of camps. There's a lot of camps in the state of Florida.
Right.
In every county there's a prison.
Okay.
You know, so
a lot.
But don't think that every compound is like that.
Yeah, shit ain't sweet. I get it.
Yeah, I've been to some compounds where it's all about just savage life.
Right. Okay, so you ended up doing almost 11 years.
Yeah, it was 11 years.
So what was the process that you had to go through to get off that life sentence, though?
That's a good one. I'm gonna break it down to you. Well, my first 2 years in prison.
Yes, sir.
You know, the lawyer that I had, he was like, listen, sit down for 2 years. And after 2 years, I'm gonna go ahead and put a good appeal.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Bless you.
Hey, subs, if y'all paying attention, man, it's my allergies. This allergy season, so it's back. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
He said, let's sit down for 2 years,
right.
And let's go ahead and after 2 years, I'm gonna go ahead and put a good appeal.
Right.
Well, my family, my dad wasn't having that.
Okay.
And he said, I'm not. And he fired him. And he got anybody that's from Miami. There's a famous lawyer here. He's retired now, by the name of Roy Black.
Roy Black.
Okay. I had Roy Black. I had him, and as soon as my dad, he charged my dad $100,000 just to take the case.
Okay.
You know, it's expensive, but he guarantees you what he tells you.
Right.
Because every courtroom basically here in Miami knows him, and any courtroom in Broward and West Palm Beach know who that guy is. So as soon as he touches that courtroom, he gets what he wants. You know?
Good shit.
You know, so my old boy got him. It took me after the 2 years that we wasted with this guy,
Right.
probably after like 7 years, I came back on appeal.
Okay.
My dad gave him the money, got everything together, and blah blah blah. My dad gave him the money, blah blah blah. Because I kept with the other guy, he was just bullshitting because he just kept getting denied. He got denied, and then he just once we gave him the money, like probably 2 months later, I was ready for court.
Okay. Good stuff.
Back in court in the county, and I will never forget this. This is a very sensitive topic right here. I'll
Okay.
never forget. I had Judge Rosa Rodriguez. She's retired now. I went to her, right? And the lawyer came to the county jail to see me and tell me what was going to take place. And he's like, listen, man, basically, I already talked to the state. And they don't want to do a retrial. It's been a couple of years. And some of the people that they actually had, they're basically, one moved out of town.
Right.
The other person can't get in contact with them.
Oh, the witnesses.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, so whatever. He said, so things are looking pretty good for you. So
Right.
I went back. When I went to court the next day, the judge, when it came, you know, I went first the afternoon. Bomb. I went. She told me, Mr. Cuevas. I got up. She's like, how you doing? I said, I'm doing good. Well, I've been talking to the state and to your lawyer, and you have a good lawyer. So, do you believe in God? I said, at that time I was like, yeah. She says, well,
Of course, right? Yeah, yes, ma'am.
she says, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna let you go to your. I'm gonna let you go back to your cell today. And if you believe in God, pray to Him and make sure that He lets me wake up in a good mood tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. I was like, I was like this here, huh? Like Scooby Doo. I was like, huh? What
Right.
just happened? Huh? So I went back and, you know, I was like, I had that in my mind. This lady, you know, I came back. She said, how you doing, Mr. Cuevas? Did you pray? I said, yeah, why? I just told her, yeah. She's like, well, it worked if you did. I'm in a good mood. Well, I talked to the state, and I'm not gonna let no retrial because there's a lot of lack of evidence. So
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take your life sentence. I'm gonna grant the motion, and I'm gonna take your life sentence away. But I'm
Right.
still gonna stick you. I'm still gonna stick you with the violation of probation
Right.
and just the attempted murder charge.
Okay.
You know, the murder, we're taking that away. The first degree murder, we're taking that away. I'm dismissing that. I'm taking. So I'm just gonna stick with that. So, how does 10 years and a half sound with credit time served? 7.
Oof.
I say, Your Honor, where do I sign?
Absolutely.
And
Hurry
then
up. Where do I sign?
then I trying to be funny. I was like, can I get a furlough? She's like, don't push your luck. You know, so I signed. I started crying. My family was crying.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like, I got like that fresh air. I was like,
Right.
you know, it's like I took a backpack off of me. My whole demeanor changed.
Oh yeah,
From
for
prison,
sure.
yeah, from prison, everything. Now I can actually see light at the end of the tunnel.
Right. Right.
So when I came back to South Florida, because when you're gonna go to court, whatever kept you out in the panhandle, they bring you down. And the county jail, the county jail will come pick you up from the reception center.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They'll pick you up, take you to court, and then when you finish, they'll bring you back to the reception center.
Right.
So I got back put to the reception center. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna go back to my camp. What happened was they kept South Florida for like 2 months.
Oh, okay.
and the adult side, and they reclassify me.
Oh, okay.
Because now that my sentence overturned, they
Yeah, you don't
reclassify.
have that life no more. Yeah, you got to
Yeah,
reclassify.
I get reclassified. So, bro, I was hanging out in South Florida. I was like a little kid. Anybody that see me, they would think, oh, you going home tomorrow. But to me,
Right.
that's the way it felt. You know what I mean? You
Absolutely.
know, a couple of years passed by. I grew up, and I was more mature, and I learned so much from the older cats in prison, the older coons, and there was so much that I learned. And then, so once I got reclassified, they sent me to Okeechobee CI. Okeechobee
Okay.
CI. It was off the chain. They were cutting, they were stabbing over there, but they were hanging out at the same time. You know what I mean? You
Right.
really didn't get involved with that if you really didn't put your head in the mix with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I it was hang out there. I worked up at that time. When I got there, I had one of my boys on the turf there, and he was the VP orderly, the
Okay.
visitation.
Okay.
As soon as I got there, he was straight with classification, and his boss, she was the one that ran the visitation part of stuff. That sergeant, he put me right in there. He said, "Man, I
Right.
got a happy feel with me, man." So I started, doing my thing, making some money. You already know I was flooding the pound with them, on horns, just hanging out. So the rest of my time went like this here. Then I
Okay.
finished my time at Everglades. Everglades
Okay.
is a reentry program.
Okay. All right. Well, hold on. Before we get to that, first of all, let's send a shout out. I want to send a shout out. You know what I mean? And I know you want to send a shout out to King Shine. Because that's another brother from out there with you. You know that you fuck with, and which that I heard me. You know, we connected through brother and his wife, Miss White Girl. Did you ever hit the compound with him while you were there?
No, 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 no. I didn't
Oh, okay.
get the compound with him, but I did hear a lot about him because his name
Right,
did
right,
ring
right.
bells.
Oh,
And
for
I would be
sure,
at
for
the
sure.
compound, and I would hear all the about shine this, shine that, shine
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
he was doing his thing. He was doing his
yeah,
thing.
for
His name
sure.
was in the Spanish community. His name was ringing bells.
Yeah, that's what's up. Shout out to King Shine, man. I just wanted to send a shout out. So you end up going to the Everglade reentry program, which is like a halfway house type situation.
No, no, it's not a halfway house. It's
Okay.
basically everybody that got from 3 years and under.
Oh, okay. Okay. So basically,
And
okay.
it's okay. That's another compound across the street called Everglades Main Unit.
Okay.
Okay? Everglades Main Unit. A lot of people like to get there because they hanging out over there too. They
Okay.
just it's like
Right.
probably the closest thing to being in the streets.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
hanging out heavy over there. You might walk past somebody's cell, and they might be over there FaceTiming with a touch screen with an iPhone, and yeah, they just hanging out over there.
Right.
So anybody trying to get down there, that's down south. Anything that has to do with Everglades, the ACI is Florida City. You
Right.
know, companies like that, everybody will even, because those there's still, I think, if I believe, they hold psych, psych,
Oh,
psych
EOP. Okay. That's what we call EOP.
medications, psych medications.
Yeah, that's what we call EOP. Yeah. Enhanced outpatient. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
so people just to get to the camps will
Yeah.
come,
Yeah.
will go and do run around. I see them do run across the compound naked. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just to try to get there. So you, it's wild. So a lot of people try to get there, but a lot of people don't know that you could try to get down there, but there's a lot of psych camps up the road. So
Right.
you might try to pull a stunt.
To get down there and get sent up there.
Yeah, you might you might get stuck in a panhandle. You know what I'm saying? Because there is camps up there where they hold psych. So
Okay.
it's a 50-50. You rolling the dice. Some people get lucky, goes straight down. You
Right.
know, they got another private camp called South Bay. South Bay is
Okay.
a private camp where they get different stuff. They got air conditioning, they got better food, they got cable. It's a private camp, but they hold
Right.
psych too. They hold
Oh,
psych.
okay.
So
So
people try
you
to get
get
to the private camps.
so you get closer to home.
Yeah,
You
I
get
get closer to home. I got
closer
sent.
to coming home.
Let me tell you. Hold on. When I got sent down there, boy, that was
Yeah.
an experience. I was at home CI.
Okay.
Nate, when I tell you that was hell, that was hell. Listen, when I got to that camp, to home CI, I would
Yeah.
never forget this. I get off the bus. You know what the officer said?
Uh.
The first thing that man said was, if you think there's not a chapter of the KKK still left, you're wrong. And we're one of them.
Damn.
Yeah. Them rednecks, listen, man. They'll beat you to sleep. They'll beat
Yeah.
you to sleep.
Wake you
And
up and beat you again.
they'll beat you to sleep.
Yeah.
They'll beat you to the job. And they'll disappear you under the jailhouse.
Right.
And nobody will ever know nothing about that, man. They nasty. When I got to that camp, that was the worst camp I got to. It was crazy, right? How everything broke down. Because I wasn't planning to get to Everglades reentry. I wasn't planning to get there. When I got there, there was a dude, another a king named King Dro. Bro, me and that dude became like this.
Right.
He was Olo. I got put in his cell because he worked in his dorm because he worked in the kitchen though. Right? And I got put in, we became straight because he worked the kitchen. So man, we used to be kicking it, man. This guy, we used to play pranks on each other, man. This guy, my dog, bro, my dog. And he told me one day, listen, man, I know how you could get down south. You got a little bit of time. I said, how? You crazy? I said, how am I gonna get? I said, stop playing with me. I got up from his bunk and I left. And he's like, hey, come here, because he was always playing with me. So I thought he was just messing with me. So I kept on walking. He messing with me. I said, I know how you. I said, first of all, I ain't gonna cut myself. I ain't gonna try to hang myself. None of that, right? So, cause he always started playing with me and messing with me about doing crazy stuff like that, right? So he said, listen, man, I'm talking serious. He said, go get a request. Request? Because I'm gonna tell you something. For a lot of people I haven't told you, here in the state of Florida, anybody that like to tell on anything or snitch or like that, don't get a request.
Put on an inmate request.
Yeah, don't do that, punk ass. Sorry, that just comes out cursing.
Oh no, it's good. It's good. Be yourself.
So, you know what I mean? He gets a request. I said, what you got to get a request for? He said, no, write a classification and tell him you want to be part. You short time and you would like to be part of the reentry program.
Right.
And he says, I'm telling you this because my boy had like a year left. We did it, and the next 2 weeks he was out of here.
Ooh, good shit.
Right now, I said, man, let's try this, but I don't think this is gonna work, man. You playing with me, man. So we did it. He said, hey, sure enough, Friday we had a dude in that dorm that did laundry, that will go to laundry, pick up the laundry, and you'll see anytime you're gonna get shipped, and anybody will agree with this, anytime you're gonna get shipped, you come out on the laundry list. But it comes out on the list. That laundry knows who's getting shipped and who's not.
Okay.
So that Friday, the dude that goes pick up the clothes tells Joe, hey, tell your boy, he out of here Monday morning. I said, what? He said, I said, nah. So he come back to me. I never forget that because we watch our last Dolphin game together. Right?
Right.
So he comes back and says, man, you leaving Monday. I'm like, stop playing with me, Joe. He says, you leaving Monday, man.
You was on the bus list.
Yeah. So he calls the dude. The dude says, and I knew because the dude didn't talk to him. The dude was a serious older guy, you know?
Right.
He's like, you leaving, man. I said, where I'm going? He says, well, you going to Everglades. I said, what? I ain't going to Everglades. I still couldn't believe it. So I packed my stuff, right? We had a goulash, you know. You know what a goulash is?
A spread?
Yeah, a spread. We made a spread. We were celebrating. We were celebrating and stuff. Come Sunday, Monday morning, you know, 5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, around there, they tap my bunk. Hey, pack it up. You transferring.
Right.
I was happy, but it didn't really hit me. Because I'm thinking, but I'm probably getting transferred to another prison because they do that sometimes.
Right.
Don't transfer you just to any place.
Right.
So when I get there, I go to the front. I talked to the guy up front that worked on the VP. he couldn't get, he, oh, at first he couldn't get where I was going, so then he came back. It sounded like a honey butter son for him to tell me, hey, he said, man, you going to Everglades, man. I said, oh my God, my eyes started watering, bro. Bro, you know what it is? All them years would I've been able to get a visit in that panhandle because it's too far, and you don't want to put your people on that road trip.
Right.
Anybody that's from Florida and listen to his interviews, they know they know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I started sharing. Bro, I started crying. I'm like, damn. And my mom was already fighting cancer. That's another situation. My mom was already fighting cancer.
Right.
It was crazy for me. So, bro, I come from the Panhandle. We come down. We go to Washington. That's another reception center. We watch it. We sleep there for like a day. We get back on the bus the next day. We go back down. We stop. Was at Lake Butler? Oh, we get off at Lake Butler. Lake Butler. We stay there for a day also.
Right.
Go back down. We change buses at Central Florida. That same day, boop boop, and we go back down. Man, listen. When we get on that highway, and we get to the Palmetto, coming into Miami,
Right.
and at the window, and I seen the city of Miami, and Power 96. That's a local radio station. Man, I started crying out of joy. I said, "Damn, I'm home, man." And I was happy. I started getting my visits every weekend. My sister coming, bringing my old girl, my girl, she coming. Man, listen, man. My time went bad like this. IOS. You know how my girl picked me up from prison? In a limo. She rented a limo. My grandma, my mom, my sister, my girl, my uncle, my nieces and nephew. Everybody was in there.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, man. And ever since once I got out, I'm gonna be real with you. Hold on. I'm gonna be real with you. I had one problem when I got out, and it wasn't me. Some dude that I knew, you know what I'm saying, from back in the days. It goes to show you, man, the best way to be is by yourself. You can't get too comfortable with people, because if you get too comfortable with people, all they're gonna do is set you up for failure. That's all you're gonna be doing, setting yourself up for failure, because you don't know what they got going on. Some dude that I knew from back in the day, oh, what's up? As soon as I picked them up, I said, come to a grocery store with me. Jump, I was watching this man. Undercover was watching this man. They let me go, you know what I'm saying? They let me go and stuff like that. And ever since, I've been walking straight. Right now, I got a family business, which is a liquor stores with my family. And my family's involved because my dad got multiple liquor stores. And then the one that's closer to me, that's the one I run with my wife and my sister, you feel me? And I don't look back. I stick to myself. You know who's my best friend?
Your
my wife.
Salute to the wife. She stayed down for 11 years and more. You know what I mean? Yeah, salute for that. But if you could tell, we're gonna get this. We running a little bit long, so if you could tell a youngster anything, just anything off the head right now that you think might plant a seed or make something grow, man, what would you say, man?
Don't be easy influence, because that's what's going on with the world today. Nowadays, you have rappers, iPhones, and social media raising these young dudes. A lot of these rappers, when they're rapping them out, they're not living like that. You know what I'm saying? Look what it took me. You know what I'm saying? So always chase your dream. Forget about everything else. Chase your dream and become somebody in life, man.
If you want to send any shots out right now, it would be the perfect time to send any shots out to anybody you're trying to holler at.
I'm trying to send a shout out, man, King Shine and his wife, or white girl, no cap. You know what I'm saying?
No
They're one of my inspirations, and we always back each other up, man. And they good people, man. I love them with all my heart, and I give them a shout out because they always there to support me, and they always got my back, man. You know. And I want to send a shout out to my sister, Melodia, and my mom, Virginia, and my wife, Melissa.
All right. So, hey, once again, man, thank you for coming on. Hopefully, we can collab again in the future, my brothers. Salute to you out there. And for everybody that don't know, if you're wondering, I know you're going to go in my comments and ask. A brother is half Cuban and half Puerto Rican. So, as you guys know, it's another banger coming from the Nate Dogg 916 camp. Welcome to the kennel. Stay loyal if you don't do nothing else.